Okay, the first step with all these problems are to make them from vertical, change them to horizontal, sideways. Right, so all three of these, rewrite them. Now we change it to a multiply problem. I keep the first one, keep it, change this, and you need to do the reciprocal. You need to flip it. 1/9. All right, and there's nothing I can reduce. So going straight across, the answer is 2 over 45. All right, so the first one is you keep it, keep this, change this, and then you need to do the reciprocal. Multiply by the reciprocal. 1/10. See, they're trying to fool you. They're trying to trick you. All right, can I reduce anything? I can if I want to, because I can see that 2 will go into both of these. 2 goes into 4 twice, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. All right, now I can just go straight across. I have a 2 and a 1. That's 2. I have a 5 times a 5. That's 25. Number 6. Okay, keep it. Keep this. Change it. You're going to multiply by reciprocal. Oh, you know what? I have the 4 and 10, just like the other problem I had. So I can do that, because 2, we just did this. 2 goes into both of those. 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 goes into 10 5 times. All right, so I have a 1 and a 5. 1 times 5 is 5. I have a 2 and a 7. 2 times 7 is 14. Okay, on number 7, let's first look and see what it's asking for. Right here, see the question mark? Her total cost was $15. Okay, her total cost was $15. What was the cost per yard? All right, so they want to know how many dollars for 1 yard. That's what they want to know, how much dollars it is for 1 yard. So, looking at my units here, what information do they give us? Mary is making pillows for her life skills class. She bought, look at this, 2.5 yards. And it cost $15. You see where it says $15? That goes where the dollar symbol is. That goes on top. 2.5 yards goes where yards is, 2.5. Okay, so now we have it set up. So this is basically a unit rate problem. And if we look back on our notes on unit rate, if you remember, all you have to do is divide the top and bottom by the bottom number, or basically just take the top divided by the bottom. That's it. The top divided by the bottom will give you your answer. That's all we did, is take the top divided by the bottom. So looking back here, if I want to find this answer, all I would do is take the top divided by the bottom. So that is 15. I'll write it to the side. 15 divided by 2.5. That's all I have to do. So whatever you get for that answer, 15 divided by 2.5, whatever you get, that is your answer. So I'm just going to write it over here to the side. 15 divided by 2.5. All right, I keep this first one. Put a 1 under it. You change this, and you have to do the reciprocal. Well, you know what? I'm first going to have to make it a fraction. I'll just write to the side here. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So this, you have to do the reciprocal of. So that's going to be 2/5. All right, so now let's see, can I reduce anything? Of course. Once, 3 times. 5 goes in there. I multiply across, I have a 3 and a 2. That's 6. 1 times 1 is 1. The answer is 6. The answer is 6 yards. $6, excuse me. I'll just put that right back in here. And here's the answer, 6. The answer is $6. What was the cost per yard? $6. Okay, let's see. Doug entered a canoe race. He rowed 3.5 miles in half an hour. What is his average speed in, look at this, miles per hour? 1 hour, miles per 1 hour. So basically what you're looking for is you want to know in 1 hour how many miles. Well, what information do we know? 3.5 miles. So see how it's miles on top? You have to put miles on top. Hours on the bottom, hours on the bottom. 3.5 miles goes up on top. And 1/2 hour goes on the bottom. So that is your problem. 3.5, well, it's not your problem. It's our problem. 3.5 divided by 1/2. So this is it. 3.5 divided by 1/2. So let's see. We need to make them into fractions. So what do we have here? I need to do the time. I need to keep this, but I have to do the times plus. Right? So let's see. This is 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 makes 7. Multiply, reciprocal. So we need to flip it. And then the 2's can reduce. So what do you get? 7 times 1? 1 times 1? So the answer is 7. 7 is our answer. So over here, the correct answer is 7. So how many miles? His average speed in miles per hour? 7. 7 miles per 1 hour. Seven miles per 1 hour. Okay, Monica reads 7.5 pages of a mystery book in 9 minutes. What is her average reading rate in, look what it says here, pages per minute. Pages per minute. So we want to know how many pages in 1 minute. They don't put the number 1, but they should. Put it per 1 minute. So guess what? Do you see how it's pages per minute? Over here, pages, minute. This way you know what number goes on top. It's not always the first number. Not always. Okay, so what do we have? We have 7.5 pages. That's how much Monica reads. 7.5 pages. That goes here. 9 minutes. In 9 minutes. That goes down below. So you can see that all we're doing is dividing this. 7.5 divided by 9. So I'll rewrite that to the side. 7.5 divided by 9. Solve that and we have our answer. Whoops, sorry. So let's go ahead and do remember you keep this, but you have to make it a fraction. So you need to do the times and the plus. 2 times 7. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. Multiply reciprocal. So multiply and then flip this. Okay, now if you cannot see what to reduce, then just go straight across if you cannot see it. But I see it. So I'm going to go across. 15, 2 times 9 is 18. Okay, this can be reduced. And maybe you didn't see it right here, but 3 goes into both of these. 3 does. Right? So, and I like to do this. 3 goes into both. 3 goes into 15 5 times, right? 5 times 3 is 15. And over here, 6, because 6 times 3 is 18. That number is our answer. That number goes on top. I know it's a fraction, but it still goes on top. So the answer is 5/6 of a page. That's how many pages she reads in a minute. Not quite one, but 5/6 of one page. And that's how we do numbers 4 through 9.